Good evening, all. I'm Aryan Gulati, and welcome to our exciting series, Fantastic Fridays, on the Singhania School YouTube Live. Here is where we get to learn and absorb a lot of information and ideas from these super sessions. So, what are we going to do today? Today, we get to learn cooking without fire from Lanarka ma'am. She's one of our very own teachers. She teaches the third grade. So, this topic is especially aimed at young kids who have an inclination to learn the fine art of cooking. The topic in itself means a safe and secure way to let kids explore and hone their culinary skills. I am sure students and also their parents will find this session interesting as we will learn easy to make and quick recipes. So without much further ado, over to Lana ma'am.
A very good evening to one and all. This is Lanica Annunciation Pinero, and I welcome you to Cooking Without Fire. Well, eating the rainbow is a fundamental healthy tip. So, what do I mean when I say eating the rainbow? I do not mean gobbling up all those colorful candies. Well, what I mean is adding as much color to your food in the form of vegetables and fruits, as that is the place you're going to get your nutrients, that is your minerals and vitamins that is required for your body. So let's try and add as much of color we can in our recipes today. Well, without wasting much of time, let's begin with our first dish. Well, this first dish is very close to my heart and brings back a lot of childhood memories. And I guess not just for me, for most of you all who are watching. Well, this dish is always packed in a short break tiffin and we gobble it up happily. This dish is always included in our picnic baskets and when we go for a long drive. Oh, how can I forget? Our birthday parties are surely incomplete with this dish. I'm sure you guessed it. Yes, I'm making the sandwich. But not just any sandwich. I am making a ribbon sandwich and you'll see it why. Let's get started with a recipe. Well, for this recipe, you will require 4 slices of bread. Well, I am using a white bread. You can use a multigrain bread, a whole wheat, or any other bread of your choice. Along with this bread, I will be requiring some butter, tomato ketchup, and cheese spread. Along with this, the hero, that is our chutney. For the chutney, I will be requiring 1 cup of coriander leaves, 1/4 cup of mint leaves, a pinch of sugar, salt as per your taste. I've taken half an onion, a small one, a small ball of tamarind, 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. If you do not use garlic, you can omit it out completely. 1 or 2 chilies as per your taste, and a little bit of cumin seeds. Along with that, I've also taken some coconut. Well, let's get grinding. You will require a small mixer grinder jar. You will add in all the ingredients one by one. There goes in the coriander. Now the mint leaves. I'm putting in the coconut. The tamarind, onion, chilies, garlic, and the cumin seeds. A pinch of salt and a little bit of sugar to just break the sweetness. Well, you give it a good grind. If required, add in a little bit of water. And once you grind it, your green chutney should have this consistency and should look like this. Well, the green chutney of ours also has a lot of nutrient values in it. The mint leaf is good for digestion, and your coconut is a good source of good fat, which is good for your heart. So let's get started by making the sandwich. Well, you will require butter, which you are going to generously apply on all the sides. Well, a sandwich is a dish which is enjoyed by all. There's no particular age group that likes a sandwich or doesn't like. It's one dish which is happily enjoyed by all. So I'm applying it on all the sides. It's a big jumbo sandwich, so I'm using 4 breads. Yes, the last layer. Yes. Now we'll start layering them. The first layer is the red or the orange color, so I'm putting in the ketchup. So apply it properly. You can leave out the sides a little bit. You will come to know why I'm telling you to do that. Yes, once that's done, we'll stack it over. The next layer that I'm going to be using is your cheese spread. I've used a plain cheese spread. You can use a flavored one also if you like. Again, the same instruction. You can leave out the sides. Again, you'll stack it over. And you'll move to the third and the last layer. That is your green chutney. Again, you leave out the sides out here too. You'll once again stack it over. Yes. Now, we will trim the edges. Children, when you're using a knife or cutting, or while using the mixie also, please see to it that an adult is supervising you. Do not do it on your own. These edges that I'm cutting can be toasted on the gas along with your parents. And then you will grind it and you can use it as breadcrumbs. So there is no wastage. Well, I told you the sandwich is called as a ribbon sandwich. Well, the magic lies within. Let's have a look at the magic now. And here you go, the ribbon sandwich. Well, the sandwich is also called as the Tiranga sandwich. Well, because of the colors, orange, white, and green. I remember my mom used to always make this for Independence Day and Republic Day, and we would happily gobble them up. So this is a sandwich which you can really try at your home, even in this lockdown period, because all these ingredients are easily available at home. So presenting before you, the ribbon sandwich. Well, amid the lockdown, cooking has emerged as a hidden talent for many. Right from making our pani puri puris at home, baking our cakes for special occasions, making pastas, pizzas, and whatnot. Oh, even the bao bread that all the mamas are trying at home, isn't it? And why not? Our taste buds were not in a lockdown. I'm sure we are craving to go to our favorite restaurants and have our favorite meal. So I thought, why not get fine dining to our dining tables tonight? Well, as I told you, we need to incorporate the rainbow in our food, isn't it? So my next dish is going to be incorporating all those colors. And there's no better way to incorporate them other than a salad. But well, to give your little kids or your growing teenagers a salad is a little task and a little bit difficult, right? Well, don't worry, I have an option for you. My next dish is all the way from Vietnam. I'm making the Vietnamese rice roll, but with a twist of salad. I'm sure your young ones are going to enjoy this. Well, before we begin the dish, there's a little dip which I'm going to be making to serve along. So let's go straight to the ingredients of the dish. Well, I have a mixing bowl which I'm going to be using. Yes, this is peanut butter. I have some honey around with me. and I have soya sauce. Well, to make this dip, I will put in some peanut butter, around 2 tablespoons. I'll require a tablespoon of honey. And a little bit of soya sauce. Just a dash of soya sauce. And you will give it a good whisk. Go a little slow. Incorporate everything well. Well, we might require a little water because I want it like a flowy consistency. So I'll just add half a teaspoon of water and mix it well. If you think you require a little bit more water, we can go ahead and do that. As I told you, I want the consistency to be a little flowy. So that's easy to dip. Yes. And give it a good whisk now. Till you get this beautiful caramel color. I'm sure the kids are going to enjoy this dip. It's non-spicy, it's buttery, it's peanutty, and it's yummy. So we have a peanut butter dip ready. Yes. Well, I was talking about a rainbow on a plate, and let me show you the rainbow. This is exactly how your rainbow should look on your plate. Filled with colors, filled with nutrients, filled with good values. Yes, so let's go ahead and have a look. Each of this vegetable or fruit has a color which has a health benefit. Let me tell you that. Well, the red is an excellent source for your good skin. It is good for your heart. Let us have a look at the next one. The yellows and the orange. They are very good to keep your eyes healthy, and this too is good for your heart. The whites keep your bones strong. The greens, they help you to build your immunity, and that's the call of the art, build up your immunity. So include a lot of greens in your food right now. And the purple, let me tell you a little secret. The purple helps you look young and stay young. So all of you have a clue now. Use a lot of purple in your food, look and stay young. So without wasting much time, let's move on to my rolls. For this, I'm going to be requiring a rice paper roll. Well, this rice paper roll is nothing but rice flour and water. And this roll is easily available in a supermarket next to you. In case due to the lockdown, you won't be able to get it, you can keep this on hold and try it next week. But do try it because it's an excellent source for all your nutrients to come in one go. Now, I will put this into a tray. I need to put in some water to soak it. So pour in some water. It has to get a little soft. This process will take around 35 to 45 seconds or a little bit more. A little tip, you can put lukewarm water if you want to speed up the process. While this is soaking, we will keep a kitchen towel ready because we want to remove all the excess water from the roll. We'll just have a look at the roll. And you can just flip it once. Be a little careful while using it. You don't want it very, very clumsy and soft. You just want it to be perfect. I guess we are done with 45 seconds. You will just lift it and put it onto your kitchen towel. Just remove all the creases that are there. Well, now it's time to paint our canvas, and not with paints, but with our rainbow fruits and vegetables. So when you're painting your canvas with your vegetables and fruits, paint them beautifully so that the colors are distributed equally well. Well, I have some red capsicums that I'm using, yellow capsicums that I'm using, purple cabbage that I'm using, some fresh mangoes, mint leaves. I'm using some carrots and some cucumbers. Well, the best part of this recipe is you can adjust whatever you like accordingly or omit what you do not like and add in. For example, if I want to give a Chinese touch to this, I can just add in some boiled noodles, put in a little Szechuan sauce, and well, you'll have a Chinese roll. If I want to put it as a Mexican roll, just put in some salsa sauce, you can put in some rajma, some sprouts, and there you go accordingly. So that's the best part of this recipe is that you can adjust it accordingly. Yes, after you have arranged this, you can just put in a dash of salt. And I'm using some sauce that was lying in my fridge as a dressing, a French dressing that I'm using. You can use any dressing. You can use a mayo if you wish, like whatever you like, you can use that. There's no issues. And when you're folding this, just see to it that the edges get sealed first. Once your edges are sealed, just pick up and give a nice good fold first. Open the creases if any creases form. And when you move on to the second, go a little tighter. It's not all that difficult. It's very easy. I got it on the first go. Yes. Once this is ready, just cut it in the center. And your Vietnamese salad rolls are ready to go. Well, these are not just a treat to the eyes. I'm sure it is a treat to the taste buds. So do try this. And I'm sure your teenagers and your young kids will enjoy this salad recipe. Let's plate it. And let's add a peanut dip to it. So presenting before you, my Vietnamese salad rice rolls. Welcome back. Well, having lived in the Middle Eastern countries for almost 7 years of my life, their cuisine has a very special place in my heart. And I thought, why not I share some of their cuisine so that you can bring it into your kitchen. Well, today I thought, let me share with you the recipe of a humble hummus dish. Well, don't be afraid with the name hummus. It's simple ingredients which are available in your kitchen. Well, the hummus, the main ingredient is the chickpeas. That is the piece that you use for your chole. That has a lot of nutrients, like in your minerals, your vitamins, and your proteins. It also has a lot of health benefits attached. It's good for your digestion. It keeps a tab on your weight and also helps to curb your appetite. So let's get started with this humble hummus dish. Let's look at the ingredients first. Well, for the hummus, I'll be requiring 1 cup of chickpeas. Well, these are boiled chickpeas. I have used the tin because it's a non-fire cooking, but you can even ask mom or dad, anyone to boil these chickpeas. You should get a nice good consistency where it's completely boiled. I'm using around 1/4 cup of hung curd. Now, what is your hung curd? It is a curd wherein you just remove the excess water, or you can use a Greek curd. I'm using little lime, some garlic cloves. Again, you can omit it if you do not have garlic in your food. And I have some beetroot. I'll tell you why. And of course, your oil, your olive oil. Yes. We need to put this in a mixer grinder. Put in some hung curd. And put in a clove of garlic. A dash of lime. And I'll give it a good mix. Also add a little bit of olive oil so that you get a good flowy consistency and a nice oily texture. Olive oil is, by the way, very good for health. So you can obviously use it. And after you give it a grind, this is how your hummus will look. This beautiful texture of hummus. Well, I told you about the beetroot that I had kept. I had to include the rainbow. So I have added some beetroot and got this beautiful baby pink color. You can even add sun-dried tomatoes to go along. Let's just plate it up. Well, your hummus is incomplete without an accompaniment. Well, that is your pita bread. Now, pita bread is easily available in a store, or your mom can try making it at home. If that is not available, don't worry. I have a solution for that. Our very own Indian khakra. Don't be shocked. Yes, your Indian khakra goes absolutely well with your hummus. Do try it out. Well, a Mediterranean platter is incomplete without some freshness of fruits and a little crunch and acidity to it. So let's try making some fruit pops. For my fruit pops, I have taken some watermelons which I have cubed, some mangoes which I have cubed. I have some mixed fruits over here like pineapple and papaya which are cubed, some mint leaves, and I have some strips of cucumber. Well, to get the strips, all that you need to do is just slice them through. So you get thin strips. So let's get started. You will require some toothpicks. Yes. I will wrap my watermelon with this cucumber, giving it a nice covering. And it gives a good color also, a combination. Next, I'll put in my mango. Again, here you can add whatever fruits you have, you like, your kids like. A mint leaf, which is good for digestion. I have a little papaya too. And poke the entire thing through. Yes. And let's plate it up. You have your pops ready. So the children can just go and pick it up and pop it into their mouth. Let's do some kind of dressing for this. For the hummus, just pour in a little bit of olive oil before serving it. A little bit of olive oil. Give it a good twirl. Same way, let's do that for my beetroot one also. Little bit of olive oil. You can even garnish it with some sesame seeds so that there's a nice combination. Looks appealing. I believe you eat with your eyes first. So I'm very particular about my presentation. That's what attracts the kids and everyone at home. Well, as I told you to incorporate the rainbow, I thought, why not I give you a few more dips to go along so the platter is complete and the entire family can sit together on an evening and relish this platter. Well, the first dip that I'm going to be making is with an avocado. Well, the avocado is a unique fruit and not used much by the Indian palate. Well, an avocado is very, very high in fiber and it's extremely healthy. They say people who eat an avocado live a healthier life. So let's get started with the avocado. Well, to break open the avocado, you need to give a tap on the center and the other side. Well, what the hard thing that you get in this, where you tap it, is actually your seed. And you just push it along and open it. Yes. This is the seed which you will remove. Yes, you need to take an overripe avocado for this. And you will just scoop out all the goodness of the flesh from it. We do not use the skin out in this fruit. As I told you, this fruit is very rich in fiber. And try and use an overripe avocado. It will give you a better texture and the taste also. Now to this dip, just mash the avocado. We'll add in a little bit of onions, a little of tomatoes. You can even add in cucumbers if you wish, like over here. And squeeze in a little lime for that acidity flavor. Give it a good mix. Let's put it up into a bowl. And your avocado dip is ready to go along with your Mediterranean platter. Well, I know it's difficult to get an avocado. Don't worry, I have a solution even for that. Our very own king of fruits, mangoes, which might be there in your kitchen or round up market. So you can use a mango. I have taken a nice, fresh, juicy mango and I've cut it into small pieces. Just give it a mix again. Smash it a little bit while mixing so that when you pick up the dip, it's easier. And the flavors get incorporated very well into it. Again, here I'm adding some tomatoes, a little bit of onion. You can even add on your sprouts over here. And a dash of lime. Give it all a good mix. Incorporate all the flavors well. Let's plate it back into my bowl. And there you have your mango dip and your avocado dip to go along with your Mediterranean platter. So presenting before you a taste of the Mediterranean platter. Well, no meal is complete without a dessert. And a little chocolate will do no harm, isn't it? I believe a dessert is the fairy tale of the kitchen, a happily ever after to supper. So I'm presenting before you my Chocolava bomb filled with the goodness of fruits. So are you ready for it? Let's have a look at the ingredients. Well, for this Chocolava bomb, I'll require 8 Oreo biscuits along with the cream. I'll require a bowl of chopped fruits, any fruits of your choice. I have a little few sprinklers out here for decoration. I have some cocoa powder. Well, I need to grind these Oreo biscuits into a nice fine powder. Okay. And I will also require some chocolate sauce. You can use any chocolate sauce that is available in your house. You can even use dark chocolate sauce for a healthier version. Since I have this chocolate sauce at home, I'm using this right now. Okay, let's get started with this recipe. Well, this is how your ground Oreo will look. Okay. Now we need to add some chocolate sauce because I want to make it like a dough. So maybe a tablespoon or 2. I think more the chocolate, the tastier it is, right? Give it a good mix. If you feel it's looking a little bit dry, add in a little bit more chocolate, like this portion is a little dry. And what's chocolate when you don't put in your hands in, right? So I have to use my hands. I'm sorry for that. Because I require a nice, good dough consistency. So playing around with chocolate is always fun. I'm sure the kids will enjoy doing this and will be more than happy to help you in the kitchen. Well, I'm looking for a little dough-like consistency. So just try and get it into a dough. Let's just put in all the chocolates possible back into it. Yes. See that it doesn't break. That's the consistency that we are looking for. Yes, perfect. Well, for this, to shape it, you can use any shaper that you have at home. I did not have anyone, so I made use with what I have at home. I'm using my measuring cup. Okay, I've just used my measuring cup. If you have something at home, you can use it. If you don't have a measuring cup, use a small bowl. You can use whatever is there in your kitchen. Just be innovative. I have put a cling wrap around it so that it's easier to demold it. Well, now that I can just take the dough that I have and flatten it a bit and put the dough into this measuring cup and see that you seal it towards the side. Do not press it too much because we want it to come out also, right? I feel this side I require to put in a little bit more. See that all the sides have the, yes, it should be like a bowl. Yes. So this is some, yes. So the cavity is created inside. Once your cavity is created inside, just put in a little bit of chocolate sauce. And you can add in some fruits. That is, your rainbows are going into it. Different colors. Isn't it looking beautiful inside? And I think the children will happily eat those fruits up when they have their favorite Oreo around it. Well, now I'll take another small piece of dough and just roll it out. I need to make a cover for it to seal it and then flatten it. Once you flatten it, just put it around. Well, now just see to it that you try and seal the edges. Do not press it too hard, just seal the edges. This cling wrap that I have put will actually help it. Yes, it's time to demold it now. While demolding it, just see that you pull in the cling foil. Yes. So it becomes easier to remove it. And your chocolate lava bomb is ready. Let's plate it. I've already prepared 2 earlier. Just add in 1 more. Let's add in some sprinklers. Give some more beautiful colors to it. Well, I told you about fine dining. So I thought, let me plate this up for you all so that you'll get a good experience of fine dining. And for this plating, I'll require a fork and spoon. Place your spoon and place your fork well. I'll require a strainer and I have some cocoa powder. Just put in the cocoa powder and start splashing your cocoa powder around. Well, I'm using a white plate, so I'm using cocoa powder. If you use a darker shade of plate, you can even put castor sugar or your powdered sugar. Slowly, you can just lift up your fork and your spoon. And voila, your chocolate lava bomb is ready to indulge in. So presenting before you my recipes, the rainbow sandwich, chocolate lava cake, Mediterranean platter, and the Vietnamese salad rolls. Well, I hope you have enjoyed the session of Cooking Without Fire with me and are motivated to try these dishes out in your kitchen. I know the times are tough, my dear children, but it's important to find positivity even in this negativity. So use this lockdown effectively. Enter your kitchens, experiment with all the ingredients, fall in love with kitchen. Why? Because the kitchen is the heart of your home. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our dear Principal Madam, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan, for giving us teachers this platform to share our experiences with all. Thank you, dear Madam. I would like to end the session by saying the recipe has no soul of its own. It is you, my dear friends. Yes, you who add the soul to this recipe. So, weekend is around the corner. Have some soulful cooking and enjoy your cooking. This is Lanika Annunciation Pinero signing off. Bon appetit.
Thank you, Lana ma'am, for this wonderful culinary experience, cooking without fire. I'm sure that many of us Solonians, along with our parents, would surely try their hand at these ever so quick and easy to make dishes. I would also like to thank our principal madam, Mrs. Revati Srinivasan, for giving us students an opportunity to go live on this channel. My classmate and I, Antara, thoroughly enjoyed taking you to this lip smacking journey, and I bet you're waiting to try this out soon. So, until next time, take care and stay home and have a wonderful evening.